Will a platoon ever shoot one of their own for failing to obey an order? The honest answer is that it's extremely rare, but I witnessed something during my deployment that still haunts me. It wasn't about disobeying orders. It was about a soldier who completely broke down and put everyone's lives at risk. We had this kid named Patterson who'd been acting strange for weeks. He stopped sleeping, started talking to himself, and would freeze up during patrols. Our medic said he was having some kind of breakdown, but there was nowhere to send him for help in the middle of our deployment. During a night patrol, we got ambushed and Patterson just shut down completely. He dropped his weapon and started screaming that he couldn't do it anymore. While the rest of us were returning fire, Patterson was having a full mental breakdown in the middle of a firefight. The situation got critical when Patterson started running toward the enemy position with his hands up, yelling that he wanted to surrender. In that moment, he wasn't just endangering himself, he was compromising our entire unit's position and potentially giving away intelligence to the enemy. Our squad leader, Sergeant Collins, had to make an impossible decision. He tackled Patterson and physically restrained him while we were still under fire. Collins later told me it was the hardest thing he'd ever done because he knew Patterson wasn't a coward. The kid was genuinely having a psychological break. The real tragedy was what happened afterward. Patterson never recovered from that night. He blamed himself for putting everyone at risk, and the guilt destroyed him. When we got back to base, he was immediately evacuated for psychiatric evaluation, but the damage was done. Patterson kept apologizing to everyone in the unit, saying he was weak and had let us down. We all tried to tell him it wasn't his fault, that combat stress affects everyone differently, but he couldn't forgive himself for breaking under pressure. 6 months after we returned home, Patterson took his own life. At the funeral, Collins broke down crying and kept saying he should have recognized the signs earlier and gotten Patterson help before it was too late. The military has procedures for dealing with soldiers who become combat ineffective, but they don't always work fast enough. In extreme situations, leadership has to make split-second decisions to protect the unit, even when it means restraining or removing one of their own soldiers from the fight. The real answer is that good leaders will do everything possible to help struggling soldiers before it reaches that point. But sometimes mental health breaks down faster than the system can respond, and everyone pays the price for not having better support systems in place.